All right, so I removed my previous set. I got down as close as I could get. There's still gel on, but I'm excited to do the builder in a bottle. And this is the color we're using. It is a semi-transparent builder in a bottle, and it is Builder Sheer Pink. And I already did my thumb because I wanted to just go ahead and get that done. But let's go ahead and prep the nails, and then we will get into building. So first I'm going to push my cuticles back and get the full nail plate showing. I'm going to take my cuticle bit, and this is a super fine bit, and we are going to go around the cuticles. I go in reverse one way, and then I go forward the other way. And the reason I go two different ways, so this is in reverse, you can see I'm pushing that skin and getting that debris off, and it's pulling it away from my nail bed, versus this side you can see it hasn't been pushed off and it just pushes it off, and then when I go in forward it will push that side off. Next, I'm taking a fine sanding band. This is mine, so it has been used before. Obviously, I did my thumb. So we are putting this in forward, and I only go forward with this. So I have it on a very low speed, and I'm going to come around that new growth and take off that shine. And since I'm doing my non-dominant hand, I like to be as flush as possible. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to move my hand over to the side and move my hand versus the drill, because non-dominant hand stuff is always super awkward. And I'm trying to push or pull my skin back. That way we have a nice surface to work on. Now we are going to cleanse the nail. I use acetone and alcohol, so that would be 3/4 alcohol to 1/4 acetone, and that makes your cleanser. So now we are fully prepped. I will be building out some of these sides. I will keep that in this video. Well, I was all prepped and then life happened. So I'm going to take Young Nails Protein Bond, and I'm just going to put it on where my natural nail is. If I have some gel on there, it's no big deal. It doesn't hurt getting it on the gel. But this is going to help the adhesion. And then you want to let that air dry. I probably do it for about 30 seconds because you want to really make sure if you have gel on your nails that you let that dry, because on natural nails it will dry quicker than it will on non-natural. I'm going to take Madame Glam's base, and this is a runnier base, so you're going to want to make sure that you don't get it too close to the cuticles because you will have it flood. And since I'm building out pretty much every single nail now, it is going to be the first step we do here. Okay, give that a cure. I am taking Mia's Secret Forms, and I like to cut my forms, and I can get it nice and up there without having this interfere with being able to get under the nail. So I am taking natural fiber, and what I like about natural fiber, I've said this before, is that there is actual fiberglass in this. So when you are building your nails, it is going to be stronger than just say a clear gel without fiberglass. Okay, so I'm going to kind of come over to the part where it is broken, and I'm pushing it down and then over. So you wanna make sure you're overlapping your existing gel or your natural nail for where you're building the extension, because if you don't, then once you go into file, it essentially files right off because it doesn't have anything to stick to. And I always go down and file up to my shape. I find that it's easier to do that, and it is more effective in getting the shape that you want. All right, this is fully cured, so we just pinch and it comes right off. And then we will file this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the nails. All right, so now I'm going to file. I'm doing kind of like a little weird oval square shape. So I'm just gonna kind of just file into it. It's not really a shape that I think most people would choose, but I'm just, I don't know, I'm feeling it. So I'm kind of just making it a square and then kind of overly rounding the edges. So it's like a square oval, but not quite. And I'm bringing up those sidewalls to have it come straight out. I'm gonna use my fine sanding band to refine this one just a little bit, make my job a little bit easier. All right, now I'm going to take this pointed bit. I am going to go under the nails and get kind of the parts that I don't want to end up pulling off myself. Going to clean these bad boys and make sure you clean under. Again, remember these extensions are super fragile, so don't go crazy. So you're probably thinking these look weird. That's because we have that natural gel and then we have our other million gels that I have on my nails. So I'm so excited to finally get to using this, even though it's been a day since I did the first half. Y'all, my nails are so, ugh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply the base coat. And the reason I'm gonna apply the base coat is because I really wanna make sure that that's going to stick. So I'm going to do a super, super thin coat. Normally you probably wouldn't have to, but I'm going to just in case. All right, now taking the Builder Gel Sheer Pink, and this is a soak off Builder Gel. If you guys know, I use Jimmy Gel a lot, and that is a soak off, but it takes quite a while. And I'm excited to try these bad boys. Okay, so I always do a slip layer. All right, starting off with our slip layer, I like to get most of it off the brush and kind of into that middle area. And then I push back. So I'm just slightly pushing back and you can kind of see it bubbles at the end. And that allows you to get super close to the cuticle without touching it. I mean, I touch my cuticle all the time, but you're not supposed to. So I'm coming down the side because gel likes to stick to gel. So if we do a really good base layer, then when we come in with our builder layer, we will have a much better sorry, totally had my concentration on. If you have a really good first base layer, then when we put our building layer on, it's gonna flow right where you want it to. So I'm giving the gel a second to bead up at the bottom here. So you can see we have a bead now. So I like to tip my nail just slightly forward, and then we are going to place it on the nail 2/3 back, push back towards the cuticle a little bit, walk it down the side on each side. You can see I'm kind of turning that gel to get it to where I want it to go, or pushing it, nudging it, walking it down the side. And since we took the time, even with that detailer brush, it should just flow right into that sidewall. And then I like to run it back, flip the finger upside down, and I'm gonna pull it down just a smidge. And there's not quite enough product down the side here. And you can finagle with the brush. I sometimes just prefer to take one of these striping brushes and just run it down the side, and then you just move on. Like so, and give it a cure. All right, we flash cured that. So you can see we are pretty level already using that line of light. There's only maybe 1 or 2 little divots. Awesome. Okay, moving on to the middle finger again, wiping most of it off because this is a thicker builder gel. So it's a little bit harder to wipe it off without fully wiping it off. And this cuticle for me is a little bit weird. Coming down the side. I think I'm gonna definitely need the detailer brush on this one. Because again, this is a little bit of a thicker viscosity. You can see I missed quite a bit in there. You can see where it's shiny and not shiny. So right there, because I have a thicker kind of bulge there, it's easy to miss. So just take your striper brush, kind of nudge it in there. I'm gonna grab a little bit on this brush and then walk it down. And I'm going to do the same for the other side. I'm just kind of nudging it back. And what I'm doing is I'm putting pressure on this part, and essentially it's pulling the skin back over here. Now we are going to dip back in. So what I'm doing with the bottle is I'm dipping back in, and then I wipe off half of the brush. So you can see that side is completely clear. Oh, lost focus. That side's clear, but that side is not, which is building our bead. And then I'm going to let it hang down just a little bit, and then we're gonna get to building. Again, 2/3 back, kind of bouncing it so I can get most of the product off that brush. I pushed it back to the cuticle, and now I'm walking it down the sides. Ever so slightly. And again, I wipe back to keep most of the product there. I'm gonna flip upside down, and it did pretty good, but I'm just gonna take my striper, a little bit on the cuticle there. Flash cured that bad boy, and then we are going to just do the same thing on the next nail. I will just let you watch. All right, we are going to wipe off that tacky layer. Inspect what we've done. I'd say they're pretty good. There's a little bit here and there that I need to file, but overall, I think we're in pretty good shape. I'm gonna take the softer side, not the super rough side. All right, I gave that a buff, which I forgot to record. And now I'm going to take the top coat, and this is from Madam Glam. And I'm not quite sure if I've mentioned it already, but I do have a discount code with Madam Glam. It is always linked below. So if you have any questions about it, just go ahead and let me know. And I'll also put it on the screen for you guys. And yeah, we're just gonna finish up with this top coat and give it a full cure, and then we'll come back with the final results. All right, here they are. Just a nice little natural overlay with some builder gel. Again, the color is Builder Pink Sheer, so I think that's pretty close to the color if I don't say so myself. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.